Friends, welcome to yet another video from the Happiness Club. I am hoping that you're all doing good. You had a fabulous weekend, so did I. I'm eagerly waiting for my Happiness Club president, Yavi, to come back on 21st. When 1.5 months I've not seen her, it's the longest that I've not seen her. I'm just committing, I'm never gonna let her go away from me for so long. It is so challenging. But anyways, I'm sure she's enjoying her time at her maternal grandparents' place, and Kolkata in general. It's a fabulous place. So I'm just eagerly looking forward to meeting her on 21st. When she's coming back. Now, coming back to the topic, I'm hoping that you've read through the blog that I've written last time, where I have sort of given you examples to make you understand that there is a difference between happiness and excitement. Most times we are looking for things which give us excitement, and as a result of that, we don't remain happy, because things that are related to excitement, they are very short term, and they make you happy when they come, they make you unhappy when they go away. Happiness something is more continuous in nature. Happiness is always going to be continuous. So look for things that are continuously making you happy, right? But to support you with that thought, I have also brought in a couple of more things for you, so that you understand this concept better and try and implement it if you are trying to, because there has been a lot of questions by things, and which is perfectly fine. This is a huge topics, as I said before, that something that we screw up for 20 years, you cannot fix it in 20 minutes. We need to make some more efforts, and this is my sort of support system for that. Now, happiness and its sources, right? Happiness really comes from three predominant sources. This is my proposal, please have a look at it. Two of them being right feeling and right understanding of self. Right understanding of self seems very easy, but it is actually the most difficult one, and it's on the top. For years together, the monks and priests, and they've been trying to figure it out. But if we attempt to come anywhere close to that, we'll feel it, we'll experience it. And my strong belief, this is something that I want to do differently, that why don't we try and implement this concept that they have, the great people have handed us down over the generations in our own lives, and try to be happy. So happiness with understanding of self and the organization that we are surrounded with, the cosmos, in the larger organization I'm talking about, the cosmos, the environment, the nature, right? How do we exist in that, and how do we we get governed by the surroundings, and how do we behave in that? That's where we find the penultimate happiness. The next stage is really happiness from feelings. Now, happiness for feelings, there are two ways you can look at it. One is that what you get from people and what you offer people, right? Best is to focus on what you offer people, and the feelings that I'm talking about are trust, giving, fulfillment, compassion. These are the kind of feelings, the respect that we know about. So this is what I'm talking about, when I say feelings. Now, why is it important to focus on what you can offer? Because think about it. How much can you influence others? Hardly anything. At times you can, when you're in a position of influence, right? But most times you cannot. Who can you influence the most? Yourself. Difficult. But is it more difficult than influencing somebody who doesn't understand this? No. So think about yourself. I'm not saying that you cannot ever do mistakes, nothing at all. See, we as humans learn as we grow. So try to focus and try to bring back the innate faculty, the real humans we are, the evolved species we are, and focus on ourselves. Start with self, right? It might take time, it's okay. People might find difference in your attitude, but that is always for good, right? But once you find happiness within, by the right feelings, by offering respect to people, by offering love, compassion to people, you will see life is much better. Whether people do offer it or not, challenging. But over a period of time, it is expected that people will change once they see you change. It is a very difficult path to change someone by changing yourself. Those even who say that, change, why don't you change? Have they looked into themselves? Have they changed or not? So I don't want you to get into this kind of a discussion. Just focus on yourself. Try and see that if you can offer somebody some beautiful feelings, in fact, not somebody, sorry, to everybody, because we are in a coexistence, right? So right feelings and right understanding of yourself, these are the two core things. The third one, which is one source of happiness and a predominant source of happiness, but I want you not to focus on that. I want you to slowly shift, but that is again a proposal. See if it works for you. So the third source of happiness is happiness from sensations, and you with the bigger car, the bigger house, the bigger everything, that kind of stuff. We focus too much on that, and that's where our life sort of gets into a bit of a position wherein you're always striving for something, to get some kind of a material possession for yourself, and that makes you think that you'll be happy. I've written about it in my blog as well, about what is happiness. So we think that a bigger house will make us happy, but it is focused on something material, something very specific to your body, right? Now you would have noticed that I've spoken about two new words, which is very important: self and body, right? I'm not going to bring in the soul concept right now. We'll talk about it far later, because that comes at a very late stage. But there are two things, two aspects that make the you are. One is the body, the one that I can touch. There is the self, which is within me. I don't say which is important, but when we talk about living in happiness, we need to focus on self, because that's where is the continuity of happiness is. That's where we can absolutely be happy if we focus on. Now, what is the definition of happiness? I would define a state in which, when you feel you are in harmony. That's what is happiness. Think about this concept that I've given you, link it back, read the blog that I've already written on my website, and try and connect this. And if you have questions, do ask me. I'm more than happy. I understand at times openly asking a question in a forum could be challenging, which ideally should not be. We're all talking about improving all of ourselves. We are all learning, we're all growing. Hey, you can tell me a lot of things which I could learn, right? There's absolutely no problem with that. But in case you have a question that you want to ask me secretly or concealingly, just go to my website, go to the queries section, drop me a note. I'll respond back to you. Till then, stay blessed, stay happy. Bye-bye.